Group assignment for the simulator. So the first thing we do is we have to enter the password we've set. So here it is. You can see it loads up our history. We have a scalable window here, so I'm just going to make this full size so it's a little easier for us to see here. And so the first thing you want to be able to do is to add a profile. And so I'm going to go here. I'm going to click on profiles. And you can see there's a few here, but I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to say it's Shane. That'd be me. And we're going to keep it on the default. And we're going to do save. And as you can see, here's the profile. And we can activate. And now we can go back. And that's our active profile. And so the next one, we can start insulin delivery. We go here. And we do start insulin. And we click yes. And we can go back. And you can see the insulin count decrements properly. Next, we have the auto stop for low glucose. So to do that, we actually have a test panel here where we can manually change these levels, which sort of helps us do these tests. So we could either drag it, but we're just going to use the buttons to do that. So we do that, and insulin delivery is no longer being applied. And then I'll just drag us back down to a normal range to continue the tests. But with more time, it would do that eventually. But again, this has a real world clock and time, and so we have to speed it up for the sake of our testing here. And so history. So we go back to the settings icon, and we click on history. And you can see everything here that you need to. You can toggle through, say, insulin or combined over time. We have all that here. We have alerts. If you want to see, like, we did the suspend thing. So what we can do here is we can click here, go there, update, and you'll see there was a low glucose alert. So here's all of our data here, and you can fully scale. Next, let's go ahead and apply a manual bolus. So back at the home screen, also just to show you, the T button also returns us home. Sorry, let's scale in so you get a better view. We can deliver bolus here. We can add how many carbs we've eaten. 10. It ain't much. Maybe it's a lollipop or something. And then we can scale up here and administer a bolus. And you'll see the decrement in the top corner. And it has now done that properly. I'll do it again so you guys can see that it does count. And then if we wanted to set it up just so we could continue testing, we can increase the levels on our little test panel here. And so next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a low battery alert. So again, we could do it here, but what we're going to do is we're going to slide this down to 16. Whoop. Sorry, 16. And as we wait for it to drop, you'll see the... Sorry, so actually what you want to do is we're going to increase our battery up a little bit. And I'm going to show you just, we can actually set the threshold so we can view under alerts all the different thresholds. Low battery is 20 and critical is 5. So let's do 22 or so and then simulate that. So now we just play the waiting game. and you'll see the alert when it drops there. As you can see, the color is very indicative of the battery warning, and we also can see the warnings, and it will also print to history. And so I'm just going to pull up history so you guys can see how that works. So we go to alert history here, and you can see there's a battery low warning. And so that's working just as intended. One thing we weren't able to simulate through here, and so we have to use the testing panel, is the occlusion, because that is an external physical thing. So we go into alerts here, and we do simulate occlusion, and it says occlusion detected, insulin delivery has been suspended. It then suspends delivery, and you can see an alert screen. If we go back to here, and alerts, and active. You can also see the battery here just from below, and then we see the occlusion here. And so we can actually clear these if acknowledge. Oh, it's still generating battery ones because our battery is dropping. So let's increase that a little bit. And so we can clear our alerts. Yep, there's going to be our history is all cleared up too. And perfect. And so now I'm just going to walk you through some of the other features. And so view, we can increase the size here. You can right click. You can adjust the scale here. You can also use your scroll wheel. You can click and drag. Under settings, you can change your pin or set a new pin or clear your pin. We can also do that in here to simulate the pin. Right now it's 4747. You can adjust your Control IQ settings here, save them. History, again, we've shown that. Alerts, you can adjust any of the levels you may need to change. We have the start and stop. The personnel files we've already shown. And so the last thing I want to show, because we've already shown how the T button does actually work. Let me just show you one more time that it always puts you back to the home screen. The time works, the battery level works. If you look here, the battery does reflect the level, as does the insulin. You'll see the bars here. One thing I want to show here is the sleep. So the sleep button it turns the screen off, and then as soon as it detects any click, it'll be back on and ready to rock. And so the final thing is going to be our power off. And so you simply do power off, closes down. That's all she wrote. Thanks so much for your attention, and have a good one.